Technological advancements are making four-wheel drives more powerful, giving them greater range and greater capabilities. But no matter which one you've got, there are always some improvements that you can make in the interests of safety. You've got your brand new 4B fresh off the factory floor. And while they do come with a fairly long list of safety inclusions, if you're going to plan some big adventures off-road, there are a couple of important additions you should have a look at. Let's start with the necessities. A fire extinguisher, a first aid kit, some basic recovery gear and a UHF radio. Then it's time to look at some protection equipment. At the front of the vehicle, a solid bull bar is a must. If you're headed out back to those remote areas where there are hazards like big animals that think they've got right away on the highway, a piece of metal like this can be a holiday or even a lifesaver. Technology's come a long way since the old days, and we do a huge amount of work to make sure that today's bull bar is compatible with the vehicle's airbag system. And what we've got to do is make sure the crush rate of your bull bar is the same as the vehicle, so you're safe in any situation. But there's another more proactive safety addition to consider up the front of your vehicle. Once you get beyond the range of street lights, good lighting is critical, because after all, the more light you've got, the more warning you've got of hazards ahead, and then the more time you have to deal with it. As dusk falls, a driver's field of vision is reduced. It's clear to see the difference high beams make, but for increased driving confidence, you can't go past the top of the range ARB LED intensity spotties. Let me show you a comparison. Righto, we've pulled up on the side of the road, we've got low beam on. Now low beam's good for about 30 metres. We've done about 10, you're starting to lose me already. So we're going to hit high beam. High beam, it's a world of difference. Now we're going to try the LED intensity spotties. Whoa, I think we've entered another world altogether. Side by side, it's easy to see the difference in technology. You've got your standard halogen car lights, which are a real yellow colour. Then there's the LEDs right next to the HIDs. Now this one is IPF's high intensity discharge spotty, and until recently, it was one of the best on the market. Now check out the LED. The LED has a much brighter, whiter light, closer to the colour of daylight, which means less strain on your eyes. To get your hands on a set of the new Intensity LED spotties, have a chat to the guys at ARB.
Camping in winter can be one of the most rewarding experiences, as long as you're properly prepared to brave the cool temperatures, starting with the sleeping arrangements.
Now this little one, of course, is a fairly light sleeping bag, and they come in all sorts of different gradings based on temperature. It's good for summer, about 10 degrees at night. It's also good for backpacking because it's quite small. But this is a sleeping bag to use when the temperature plunges into the negatives.
Thermals, jumpers, beanies, gloves and neck warmers are great in minimising body heat loss and maximising human comfort.
There is nothing to warm the cockles of your heart on a winter's morning like an open fire. And of course these days, a lot of camping grounds don't allow open fires, and that's where something like this Gasmate heater comes in handy. Now outside the tent, it'll keep you warm, you can sit around it, but of course never inside the tent because it does consume oxygen. But it's a beauty. You light it just there, self-lighting, little gas canister in the back, and that'll last for hours and hours.